the the vice presidential debate took place between Senator Kamala Harris and Vice President Pence. And as you know, it was predominantly issues related to the economy, coronavirus caused by SARS-CoV-2, and healthcare, which many people think will predominantly determine the outcome of the 2020 presidential elections. And during the debate, the moderator asked both Senator Harris and Vice President Pence how they would have managed and created a very responsible strategic preparedness and response. And why is it that the numbers of death in the United States are very high? Senator Harris blamed the Trump administration for what is going on, while the vice president fought back in saying that from February 2020, they had put a strategic plan in place. They have produced a lot of PPE. They had ventilators. And they were working with the states and the governors to make sure that the first responders and those in the healthcare systems, the states and the cities, were responding properly. Senator Kamala Harris continued to hold the opinion that 210,000 deaths and above, more than 7 million infected in America, was too high. In the area of the economy, they did discuss about job creation, who created more jobs, and a lot of the talk was related to China and what China was doing, as Vice President Pence emphasized, in getting a lot of jobs from America to China. And fact checkers came to the conclusion that both candidates didn't really present reality and the truth on what they said. As is related to the relationship between America and China, the moderator wanted to know whether China was a partner or an adversary in development related to the United States. Questions which she directly asked both candidates. And they would not answer directly, but each person talked about what relationship with China ought to be. Pence talking about the fact that China needs to be held accountable for certain behaviors. And then he moved to discussions on foreign policy extensively. And Senator Kamala Harris said a lot of what is needed in foreign policy is based on relationships. And she talked about Trump having abandoned American allies, and things had gotten worse. America has lost a lot of standing in the international and global community. She talked about NATO. And the vice president pushed back in saying that that's not true. Talked about Ukraine. And Kamala Harris had already talked about the fact that Trump was beholden and his administration was beholden to Russia. And the vice president also believed that the Biden-Harris administration is beholden to China. But the vice president talked about taking away Soleimani, the top general of Iran. It's good for the world and the world's safety and the safety of Americans. But Kamala Harris was very clear that in the process of taking away Soleimani, other things happened because the Iranians responded. There was an attack on American bases in Iraq. Attack which she said American soldiers were wounded, had brain injuries or related trauma, and said the president won't reveal the truth and lied to the American people. Climate change was also discussed, and the Harris-Biden administration intend to go back to the Paris Agreement, while